feedback. Absolutely. Because I've made so much mistakes in my life that I can write a book on it. But the good thing is that my life and my success, and wherever the source is right now, is about my failures and my mistakes. My mistakes are my roadmap in how I do the right thing. Because now I know what to do. So I tap into my mistakes every time when someone doubts me or doubt whatever I'm about to do. Because I know not what to do. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. They are feedback. Whoever you are to become the best of you, it's all about your journey from where you're coming from A to B. And it's the mistakes that you make in between that. I've always said that Peter Jones and his dragon's friend didn't turn me into an entrepreneur overnight. Reggae Sauce was a huge success just weeks after it was on Dragon's Den, distributed in Sainsbury's and Tesco's and every supermarket in the country. And I had to be dealing with brands and different companies left, right, and center just during that first month. So it's obviously I was always me, not somebody that was manufactured by Peter, as fantastic as he was in his stripy socks. But young people like myself need that mentorship. And what mentorship looks like, sometimes it's just a phone call. I remember just after coming out of Dragon's Den, Peter took me to see Justin King, chief of Sainsbury's, to make our first order. We were still making the sauce in my kitchen with my kids, my 7 children. We made it in my kitchen in Brixton. So while we were having a little chat with Justin King about orders and stuff, and Justin is saying, "Oh, Levi, we would like to make a nice order for your Reggie sauce." Couldn't even pronounce reggae at the time, Justin. He said, "We'd like to make a nice order of your nice Reggie sauce to prove that Sainsbury's can, deliver on new businesses." And I'm like worried, saying to Peter that I hope he doesn't make a bloody large order than 75 bottles, which is what we were making with the kids. Justin King says, "Levi, could you deliver 250,000 bottles of your Reggie sauce?" We did it. Now, the sauce, wherever you go in the UK, it's there. Because of the mistakes that I made. And map myself to success. And that's what school is about in some ways. Is to turn those mistakes or those frailties that we all have so that we can use them to do something proper. One of the things then that I was faced on the den, you will remember, is that point when Theopathitis, one of the horrible dragons on the show, him and that other one, the Scottish guy, Duncan Valentine, who said, "Levi Roots, what a wonderful name. Is that your real name?" Now, ladies and gentlemen, I had made a plan when I got into the show not to reveal my true name, because I struggled when I was at school when I found out that my real name that my father had given me was a Scottish name. And because there was no Black History Month around at the time, I struggled to find why 90% of Jamaicans end up with Scottish names. So the first thing I wanted to do is change from the name, and I know I've heard a lot of people up here do have that name, and I remember when Theopathitis had said those words, "Levi Roots, is that your real name?" I was going to say, "No, sir, it's not my real name," because I just thought to myself that I'm not going to go on national TV and tell everybody that my name is bloody Keith. So, apart from everything that happened, that was the most embarrassing moment that was. So in those days back at school when I wanted to change my name to become the best of me that I'm talking about, you need to have that moment where you find you. I found me when I knew that I had to change my name from Keith. Because I didn't want to go on stage and be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the wonderful, the gargantuan, the fabulous Keith." Sorry, Keith, sorry. I wanted to, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the amazing Levi Roots. That's me. So when people were saying to me, "Levi, don't take the guitar onto Dragon's Den, don't call the sauce reggae sauce," because I wanted to put my grandmother's and my Jamaican history and everything in the bottle and sell that. Now people are not buying the sauce. They are buying the brand. So in some ways, my message to you is that build the brand. Because the brand is about you. It's not about the product. It is about you. So my final words to help you to remember what I'm trying to say goes like this. Don't undermine who you are by comparing yourself with others. It's because we are all different why each of us is special. So don't set your goals by what other people deem important. Because only you can get to that point where you can honestly say, I am the best of me. Maybe that's your moment right now. Can anybody say, I am the best of me? Exactly. Because that's what you're here for. Is to learn how to become the best of you. My mother did it with my guitar. That was my turning point. You need to find your turning point. And then you'll be able to become that perfect person. Thank you so much. Respect.